very much, Per-Åke. And this morning when I was cycling to work, I tried to figure out how long I've been cycling now. And it's 12 kilometers to work, and it's back and forward, and it's 5 days a week, and it's about 40 weeks a year, and it's been 5.5 years now. So afterwards, please, I know you're capable of giving me the amount of kilometers I've been traveling so far. I wasn't able myself. Yeah, I was, but I was. Something, no? I used this one. Okay, thank you very much. So many prominent faces in this room, and it makes me nervous, but I'll do my best. From the Urban Transport Administration in the city of Gothenburg. And I'm very pleased to see some political representatives here also in the room. Mobility as a service. And first I thought this was easy, and then I realized, well, it's not really easy, because is this just a new word or something we have been doing a lot? So I will not get into the word or the definition, but I will talk about the city of Gothenburg and what we are doing, because we have mobility for everybody as an everyday business. This is what we do. And these days, of course, I'm very, very proud to be working in a city that has climate change as one of the main objectives. We're actually the National Earth Hour capital this year, and they told us in Seoul this spring that we were among the top 5 climate cities in the world. That is very, very nice. This means we have to decrease our limits, our emissions by about 80% CO2 from the transport sector in 15 years now. I mean, it's not like do some degrees or efficiency making. We have to cut 80% in 15 years. And put it in another way, this is from the city's climate strategy. This is what we are emitting today. Per capita, everyone in the city of Gothenburg, 8 tons. And in 2035, this is supposed to be less than 2 tons. And as you can see, the cars, or the mobility, is quite a bit. And the challenge is quite breathtaking. This is what we do on a daily basis. This is our challenge, but we have more. And the city of Gothenburg is growing, and we're very, very happy about that. But it's growing in a very high pace. We are making room for about 100, 150 more residents during this period of time. And we want to make place in this, want them to live in this orange area called Mellanstaden. Why? Well, because we use infrastructure, all kind of infrastructure, more efficiently if we gather people together. And we also get enough people to be able to move them cost efficiently by public transport. So this is a very, 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 very important issue for us. And in the very, very heart of Gothenburg, in the right city center, we have Frihamnen and the river city, Älvstaden. And this is where we're going to make place for 25 new homes and 50,000 new jobs during the next decades, right in the middle of the city center. And usually, when we plan Frihamnen, this kind of area, we plan for about 12,000 new parking places. But the politicians had told us that, well, in this area, it's supposed to be just 1/4 of that amount. And how do you secure good accessibility and an attractive area right in the middle of the city with just 25% parking places? Anybody got a solution? I mean, mobility as a service is a very, very useful way of getting this accessibility to work. I'm a bit concerned because I can't see the slides on this one. Is it possible to... Well,
No,
never mind.
No, it's PDF. So.
Excuse me if I turn my head. It's because I can't see it on the screen. Well, we also have a mission to make an attractive place where people want to meet, want to live, want to make business, want to just walk around, want to gather. An attractive city, attractive place to be, to work, to live in. And this is in the heart of the city center. As you can see, we have a great potential. There is a huge challenge about building so much right in the city center and at the same time reinvesting in bridges, in the national infrastructure, building a road tunnel, because we really need to improve the capacity in the train system right in the middle center. This will affect accessibility quite a lot during a long period of time. So mobility vehicles really need to use the space into the transport system more efficiently during these years to come and in the future. We build a dense city. We have scarcity in the transport system during this period of time. We need to use the space we have more efficiently. At the same time as we need to use the energy we have more efficiently. It's agreeable to put out the transport strategy, the development planning strategy, and the green strategy. The transport strategy is the blue one. And also together with the Vision the Vision Revisited, Vision Elvstaden. And this is also political agreements. These are documents. If you want to know about the development in Gothenburg, I think you should really read those documents. They explain a lot. And concerning the transport strategy, one of the objectives is to increase walking, increase cycling, which we also have in our cycle program. We want to increase by about 200%. These are just a picture of the modal split. We also want to increase public transport, doesn't we? Yes, we do. By about double in the region, the K 2020. And we also want to decrease the numbers of car trips, which is a very difficult issue to talk about, really, in the city of Gothenburg. But we have done some quite dramatic efforts concerning this, which did not change the modal split at all, basically. Just a few percentage, maybe. Do you know what I'm talking about? The congestion charges. This is a way to use space more efficiently. And it's just, I know you're quite a lot of scientists, but don't make the analyze, just see this as a picture. Well, we decrease the numbers of car passengers through their portholes. But this is not 80% decrease in CO2, is it? No, it's not. Overnight, I need to put my figures right. Overnight, the 1st of January 2013, there were less than 14,000 fewer cars drove into the city center. And this means that overnight, 1st of January 2013, there were 7 soccer fields free to be exploited in the city center, free to be built on in the city center. This is space efficiency. So we can work on this, because as you can see, with regulations and incentives, it's not enough. We need to work together with the science, the academy, with the business, also with the civil society, to get the solutions, to obtain a good accessibility in the city. And we showed this to Shanghai, and they just said, why civil society? It's not a big issue in China, but it's a very, very big issue in the city of Gothenburg. And the next slide, I will give you some examples on where we are in triple helix and quattro and fem helix, I don't know, working together with a lot of you people. Just a liten cavalcade of our innovation projects. Drive Me, very, very, very interesting. Everybody, who hasn't heard about Drive Me? Well, it's autonomous driving, self-driving cars in the city of Gothenburg, I hope, 2017. Is this space efficiency? Is this energy efficiency? Well, we don't really know yet. We're doing some VISIM development to be able to see what this is. But the technology is very, very, very exciting. Collaborative mobility. Well, we can see it increases. It's very popular. This is collaborative mobility. Who has borrowed the Stel bikes? I'm happy. Well, increase. And we can see that in almost all the city bike cities in the world. You want to have the mobility right where you need it, right? Concerning carpooling, I think we have about 12 carpool companies in the city of Gothenburg at the moment, and about 17,000 members. I think Parkeringsbolaget grants about 70 parking places, don't you? More or less, for these cars. And the city fleet is actually connected to an ISA system, which means we have a carpooling booking in our own cars in the city and in the administration. Thereby we make a very good example on how we can do this, how we can share mobility. Also in urban spatial and comprehensive planning we make space for these ones, and Parkeringsbolaget is a very good example of that. So collaborative mobility is a very good option and very smooth for the individual. People joining collaborative mobility societies or whatever, they are very satisfied with that. And I think maybe electromobility is a great opportunity to share, because it's more expensive, or it's a bad opportunity because it's more complex, breaks more easily. And that is what we are trying to find out in one of the projects we have together with you, Elmob. We have electric taxis, we have electric buses, we have electric cars, we have electric bikes, we have electric cargo bikes, and you can see the station just outside the Dima Arena, just outside Lindholmen Science Park. That direction. Anybody tried the electric bike pooling? Oh, there are no early adopters in this room. And then mobility as a service. Well, bus or bus. I'm very, very happy about this bus, and everybody in Gothenburg is. I think over 90% knows about we have electric buses in the city. How many have been on the bus? You like it? Yeah, we do. Well, a very, very efficient way for the city to reduce, to be more attractive, to reduce the noise. Also the emission, but in the city of Gothenburg, maybe noise is more important. Next slide is, well, the attractiveness in the bus is of course increased by the electric buses because it's very smooth, but we also need to work on the accessibility. And this is soft prio, which is we have stopped using the cables for accessibility for public transport. Instead, we use Rakel, and GPS positioning. This is a very, very big change in the public transport system, but it's not very much heard of because it's an invention inside the administration. So, by using GPS and radio-based communication, we give signal priority to public transport. And we save loads of money, and it's more reliable. In a city in change, dialogue is extremely important. And I think ICT is is a very, very good tool for dialogue. And well, you can meet people face to face, but it's very difficult to meet 550,000 people. And also, the need for information has changed dramatically, I think, the last 5-6 years. You really want to know, oh shit, I'm standing right here, something is happening right in front of me. What is it? I want to be informed. I think the app, where the hell is the bus? Is an excellent example of this. I'm here, where is the bus? This is my main question. And Cykelstaden, how many has got the Cykelstaden app in their phones? Yeah. We introduced it, I think it was 2 years ago. And through Cykelstaden, you can take a photo, and with the GPS positioning, you can send the message to my office. Well, there's a hole in the asphalt. Something is wrong with the bike lane. And we get it, and we fix it. So this is a way of communication, right? And I've been listening to. Next time I travel, perhaps the hole is gone. Or 1 week or 2 weeks or a month later, somebody has heard my call, right? This is a very complex picture. And traffic information is a very, very complex system. There are loads of organization involved in that. And this is what we have up and running, Trafikledningscentralen, in collaboration the Swedish Transport Administration and the City of Gothenburg Transport Administration, Urban Transport Administration. And I just want to this picture is just an illustration on how many organizations that need instant information on what's happening in the traffic transport system, and also how they can ask, how can they ask, how can they provide the information, how can they get. And this is something that we are working very, we're very concerned about this, make a lot of effort, don't we? Yes, we do. Just to be able, during the period of billing, we want this dialogue to work smoothly. Trafiken.nu is a good website for this, but you also know that the information couldn't be better than the data. So how can we collect the data? How do you know where in the city we are building? It used to be, we want to close the street. Yes, you can close the street. Somewhere in the week 7. Well, yes, you can close the street sometime in the week 7. And then we had an ad in the newspaper. That's old school. We can't do that any longer. We need to know exactly where to build, exactly when, and to inform people through other tools. And my last slide, näst sista slide, is another perhaps mobility as a service, stadsleveransen, goods delivery in the city center, where we have a collaboration, instead of one lorry to each shop, about 400-500 shops in the city center. We collect it at Gullbergsvass and then we drive it to the city center with electric vehicles. So, I think, as you can see, we have great challenges ahead, but it's also a great opportunity to actually change our habits, and we need to use that Vehicles will have to use energy and space more efficiently. We have a great window of opportunity open. Please, we just jump now. Just do it. Thank you.